Hi, my name is Roohi Nazki. Since I've been a child, this thing about gender stereotypes has always bothered me, and I'm sure it bothers a lot of other people. But there is a very sweet story that my mom and others in the family would tell me, and they would say that when you were this really small little girl, and they would tell me about my aunt, who was my father's sister, and that she wasn't happy when I was born. So, which was nothing unusual, because in any traditional family, the birth of a girl child, and I was the second girl child. So, in her traditional fashion, she had said in Kashmiri about my father that Farooq and Bani Asas Neju Akurus. So I must have been a very little girl, and apparently I took great, I was resentful and I was angry, and apparently stopped talking to her for a while till she actually came back and explained the whole scenario to me. So sometimes I think that, as a little girl, I have not been exposed to a feminist narrative. I mean, I was brought up in a fairly liberal kind of an environment, and but still, I mean, nobody would pass this message on to me. So whenever I talk to my friends or my family, I see that these are certain ingrained, inbuilt things in me, attitudes in me, where I did feel a lot of anger and resentment towards being labeled, towards being the thing of girls don't do this, girls don't select this subject, they will not take this profession, or you can't go here, you can't do this, and you can't do that. So interestingly, if I look back at my life, I think my whole life really has been primarily going against these very ingrained kind of stereotypes, whether it is things like which profession do I finally take up, do I cover my head or don't I, what dress do I wear, and when you're a young girl and when you're in your teens, these are major decisions, and these are not to be underplayed. And the opposition you face is from very powerful people, and those powerful people are people in your family. They matter a lot to you. So what they say to you, the messages that you receive, are very important, and they define how how you will fare in life later on as a person and as a woman. So these things continued with me, and then the more, the logical conclusion was that when I started working, I made a decision that I will not change my name, my last name, after marriage. This was much before I got engaged or there was any person on the horizon. And I remember that I was working in the Kashmir House. I had qualified for the Kashmir Administrative Service, and my board, they came and asked me to write my name. So I said Ms. M.S. Roohi Nazki, and knowing that I wouldn't change my name later. And I remember my boss came to me, and he wanted to be insulting. So he said, Roohi, what does this MS mean? So I said, well, it means Ms, and it's a title like a Miss or a Mrs. or anything. And it was remarkable what he said in relation to this. He said, oh, we were discussing it and we thought it means a spinster. So you can imagine what that was supposed to do to me. And even at that time, I mean, what, 25 years back or something, I told him, but do you know that this is derogatory? You do not use the word spinster now. So what I'm trying to say here is that, the people who are giving you these messages, they may not realize the power it can have on you, or the disruption it can cause in your life. But you have to be very firm and very, your conviction has to be firm. That is how you can break stereotypes, and unfortunately, for women, it's not a choice. Every step of the process, there is a stereotype that we come across, and we have to take a decision whether we want to just toe the line, follow the herd, or be our own person. And I would say that for me, it was always the decision to be my own person. And later, when I had a child, I had a son, and I decided that he should have both our surnames. mine and my husband's. Now, you can understand what that must have caused. The furor and the angst, and obviously from close family. But I was very sure of what I was doing. A woman gives birth to a child. You carry the child within you for 9 months. God has given you that power. And when the child is born, your name is obliterated from the whole environment. The child is his father's child. So that was never acceptable to me.